having been the first Chinese EV cars to cross the border and then into the United States, could this EV auto named Kandi be the biggest competitor to new EV cars? Stay tuned, you will find out soon. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and thanks. Tell you what I will do. I will hold on and let you press the subscribe button so that you will not forget. Okay, let us proceed. Kandi Technologies is the maker of Kandi Auto, a automotive industry. The founder is Hu Xiaoming, headquarters in Zhuhai in China. So, what are the challenges posed by Kandi Auto? A good way to start is to examine Kandi creative design strategy and compare it to that of NIO's. Kandi EV cars are slightly shorter and compact, unlike NIO's cars, which are a bit bigger. The K27, for instance, is very compact hatchback with a 17.7 kilowatt battery, while the K23 is a subcompact EV with a significant larger battery at 41.4 kilowatt. This is a 28 horsepower electric motor and can cover 70 miles per hour. Besides, Kandi is also the maker of several varieties of cars. Ranging from the K27 USA, the K11 Panda and K10 etc. Meaning, Kandi creative design is focused on the production of small compact EV vehicles. What does this mean? Well, it means Kandi vehicles has a ready-made market, say 80% in European countries, with tiny roads, and in UK, where the roads are also not very wide. More so in the UK, EV vehicles are now exempt from air pollution charges. This is an incentive for EV cars. As mentioned earlier, Kandi Auto is the first Chinese auto industry to cross the border and launch its product in the United States. This was a major step for Kandi management, while New Auto is yet to launch its product in the States. According to Kandi management recent report, Kandi will hold a virtual event on the 18th of August to launch the two models, the K23 and the K27. And promise to start delivery by the end of the year 2020. And because NIO is yet to launch its product in the state, Kandi is ahead of NIO as the first Chinese industry in the state. In effect, Kandi would have captured a reasonable size of the EV market, meaning Kandi is a bigger player than NIO in this regard. Meanwhile, shortly afterwards this announcement, Kandi stock market skyrocketed by 350%. Let us look at the stock price through the lens of technical analysis. Looking at the chart, you will discover that this consolidates for some time. After a while, we'll see the 20 moving average cross the 50 moving average in the upward trend. What does this mean? meaning the trend is changed to bullish. And looking at the candlestick, you will see it has turned to bullish engulfing. Lot of momentum in favor of price rising, moving in the upward trend. Well, is this a buy? Definitely for me, it is a buy. Please do your research. Another remarkable advantage of Kandi as against NIO is the price of Kandi cars, which is more cheaper than NIO. At Kandi, we are on a mission to make electric cars accessible for all, said Johnny Tai, CEO of Kandi America. Quote, with these first two models, we are starting an auto evolution that will allow anyone, regardless of their financial status, to afford a reliable high-tech EV, end quote. What is the condition put in place to actualize this proposal? Let us look at the K27 with space for 4 and a top speed of 63 miles per hour, a driving range of 100 miles from 17.7 kilowatt battery pack. The price tag on it is $20,490. Meanwhile, prospective buyer can have the price slashed down to $14,790, making the K27 the most affordable passenger car in the US market. However, to qualify for this price slash, a buyer must be eligible for the $7,500 federal tax credit Kandi Tech is counting on. The second model, the Kandi 23, is described by the company to be similar to the size of a small SUV with 41.4 kilowatt battery pack and can reach more than 180 miles on a charge, and can also cover 70 miles per hour, and the price tag is at almost $30,000. And the K2 is also qualified for the $7,500 federal EV tax cut effectively, again making Kandi EV cars price very cheap when you compare it to NIO and even to Tesla. This is another challenge for NIO Auto. To remind you, NIO does not produce its vehicle. As at yet, they rely on JAC Motor for the production of their vehicles, meaning NIO is burning cash, hence not profitable for now, while Kandi Technology manufacture its own car. In February 2013, Kandi and Shanghai Maple collaborated to form a 50-50 electric vehicle joint venture to focus on the research and development, production, marketing, and sales of EV vehicles in Chinese mainland, with a capital of 1 billion yuan, which is $160 million. And Shanghai Maple is 99% subsidiary of Geely Auto. Again, Kandi is listed and traded on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol KNDI. Okay, looking at Kandi books and main financial commitment, let's have a look. The total revenue decreased 64.7% to 6.4 million for the first quarter of 2020 from 18.1 million in the same period of 2019. Gross margin for the first quarter 2020 was 18.3% compared to 17.4% for the same period 2019. Well, given this report, Kandi financial position is not very buoyant or better than NIO's. Please check my video about NIO titled NIO Vision is Sustainable. And NIO is having the backing of Tencent, Chinese banks, and Chinese government with regular cash. In the recent development, NIO received the sum of 7 billion RMB, which is $990 million cash from high-fee government. What does it mean? Well, it means NIO financial position is almost equal to Tesla and better than Kandi. Meanwhile, the chairman, Hu Xiaoming, and the CEO of Kandi argued that, and quote, argued that first quarter results were heavily impacted by the global virus outbreak, end quote. And back home in China, Kandi's innovative strategy to initiate and implement new share car program is a positive and welcome development. These strategies enable customers to rent a car from one garage at a fee and then park it in another garage. This initiative has a positive impact on urban planning. It reduces pollution, and in effect, Kandi Auto is at the forefront, while others, including NIO, follows in this regard. And again, Kandi Auto has put in place various garages modeled after vending cash machine. This strategy is designed to help decongest the city. That said, is Kandi Auto a biggest competitor to NIO's car? In my opinion, yes. And is NIO going to come up with a more creative solution to remain very competitive in the EV market? Yes. In my opinion, and as a long-term investor, I will invest in both companies. Please note, I'm not financially incentivized by any of these companies to carry out this review. Please do your research. Here comes the best part. Please subscribe, like, and comment. And will you buy NIO or Kandi stocks? Please leave comment. Remember, the goal is to generate wealth, build companies, and create jobs. Bye now. See you soon.